Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man.
Rocky, couple of months. It just seemed like a lot of people just counted me out. They talk bad about me. They act like I'm not this person that I've been my whole life. So fuck them. Mentally, it bothered me, but then you start to realize like the only thing that really matters is the people that care about you, like your family, your mother, my daughter, my shorty. It's a lot of people that have said something, and I remember their faces. I remember like what they said.
And then they're calling the card on February 22nd the best card ever. How does that make you feel that you're fighting on that card?
No disrespect to them guys, but I'm the best fighter. I think that I am what everybody want to see on that card. I think a lot of people say they're not gonna wake up at a certain time or all that stuff, but everybody's gonna be watching that shit. Everybody's gonna want to see Shakur. A lot of people try to act like Shakur is not must-see TV, but I am must-see TV. I am the best fighter in boxing. Everybody want to see me. Everybody want to watch me, and they're going to keep paying attention.
What's the deal, baby? You already know it is the big boss hog, boss dog, cake poke through the dough. Here to talk to the box before I get in my soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last. Get people do. Don't love yourself. Cut them in if I lie. Maybe matter. Peak game. 84's on wet. Swing. Go check out my video I made about Keyshawn Davis on my channel and Clutch Factor. Now this video gonna be about Shakur. Shakur Stevenson is, I won't say delusional, but he creating these fictitious beefs in his mind. Let's talk about it. Shakur Stevenson was interviewed on The Zone. They came to Houston, recorded him training, and, he was asked a question. And if you got this far, you heard what he said. He was asked about, how's training camp going and a list of other things. And he proceeded to talk about how people talked bad about him. He proceeded to say that, people disrespected him. So F him. He said, people are trying to act like I'm not like that. When I'm really like that, I've been like this. So F him. The dude asked him about the card, and he started talking about himself again. Oh, I'm the best fighter on this card. People act like they're not gonna come see me fight, or watch my fight, but they gonna watch that ish. All right. So for starters, I don't know where he hearing this from. Right? As far as like people disrespecting you, nobody's disrespecting you. People are just simply stating facts on what's going on with you. That's it. Alright? Nobody's sitting here hating on you. Nobody's sitting here creating or talking bad about you. We just simply speaking facts. Right? Okay. Shakur Stevenson do a lot of talking. He talk a lot. Okay? And he don't back up what he's saying. He say a lot of stuff. He'll sit there and be like, oh, I'm going to knock this dude out. Oh, I'm going to knock this dude out. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Then he don't do it. Right? He don't do it. So then it's like, as a fan of boxing, you like, okay. And then and it's not like when he fight, it's like, he's still putting on a good performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just got to do a boxing lesson. No, he literally will, like, run the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? It's almost, and then it's like, in some spurts, to me, it seems like he don't know what to do in certain situations. He don't have the situational awareness to be like, okay, I need to press right here. Okay, I need to utilize my jab. Right? Shakur Stevenson is skillful. But I think his boxing IQ is lacking in certain areas. I think he looks at himself, I would say, more than what he needs to be. Right? I think Shakur needs to be a little bit more humble. He needs to humble himself, bro. That's going to be the title of this video. He needs to humble himself. He's not, and I'm not sitting here saying, that he needs to be walking around all meek. But what I'm saying is you got to humble yourself, bro. You got to understand that, like, look, I don't know everything in this sport of boxing, right? I don't know. So maybe I need to, you know, humble myself and, you know, get the proper coaching and get the proper knowledge. I need to be able to get these knockouts. Because I'm telling you, in certain situations, he don't know what to do. Like his last fight against Harutyan. He had him hurt, and all he had to do was get back on his jab, slow down, okay? Not press for the knockout, but just slow down, get back on his jab, and set up the knockout punch, right? That's what you do. When you got a dude, he get hurt, 9 times out of 10, they're going to do one or two things. They're going to fight back, or they're going to retreat. You know what I'm saying? So Harutyan, in that moment, he retreated. So you should have had the situational awareness to be like, you know what? Let me get on my jab. Slow down. Let me take my time. Okay, this is what he doing, I bet. That's what you should have did. No, he was pressing for the knockout. His jab was non-existent. Shakur Stevenson really don't utilize his jab like that. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. So it's just stuff like that. He's skillful, but he's not as skillful as he's thinking in his head. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just like, you got to understand when to do stuff. And I just think in certain spurts, when he fights, okay, he's look, when he watch everybody else fight, he's a wealth of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? But when he fight, it's like, it's not registering. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. You know, as it pertains, what I'm seeing when he fighting, his last couple fights, since he's moved up to 135. You know what I mean? So, it's criticism, but it's good criticism. You should receive it and get better. That's what you should do, instead of you getting upset and creating these fictitious beefs. Now, the whole statement about, man, people acting like I'm not like that. You are like that as a boxer. We're talking about your character. We're talking about how you talking. You talking gangster, but you not gangster. That's just what it is. You talk like you out here selling bricks, you on the corner. And that's not what you are. That's not who you are. You are a boxer. Okay? That's what you are. Just because you come from a certain environment don't mean you hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't out here on the corner. You wasn't out here selling bricks. You may know dudes that do that. I know dudes that do that. I didn't participate in that. Some of these dudes was my friends. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with gang members on the north side, bro. So a lot of my friends was in gangs. They were treetop Pyrus. They were Bloods. You know what I'm saying? I had some people I was cool with that was Crips. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all I'm saying is like, I grew up around that stuff. Now, growing up, some of my best friends were Bloods. I'm not no Blood. I wasn't doing what they was doing. I wasn't going on no missions. I wasn't selling dope. I wasn't doing none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I had my dad in my life, and my dad would crack my head open. You know what I'm saying? So, I was cool with them, but when they went to do what they was doing, I'm not going. You know? So, it don't mean that, oh, man, I'm hood, I'm tough, man, because, you know, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that stuff don't, nah. You feel me? Like, Shakur is a boxer. Be a boxer. You know, talk like a boxer. I'm going to give you a boxing lesson. And this is the thing. He act like he knocking people out, like he Deontay Wilder or something. That's not how you fight. You are a slick finesse boxer. Be that. Be that slick finesse boxer. It don't mean you can't get knockouts. You know what I'm saying? But your knockout ratio is going to be lower than the average guy who got power. You know what I'm saying? You're not Tank. You're not Keyshawn. You're Shakur. You're a masterclass boxer. Be that masterclass boxer. Give people a boxing lesson. I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 1,000. I don't see anything wrong with you being who you are, which is a masterclass boxer. When you first got in the boxing game, everybody fooled with Shakur. I fooled with Shakur. But he like took this turn to where he created false and fake narratives, you know, like these fake fictitious beefs in his head. You know, it's like, bro, what? Yeah, people act like I'm not like that. Bro, you not like that when it comes to the streets. That's what we talking about. When it comes to boxing, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You like that as a boxer. You know what I'm saying? As a boxer, though. But when it comes to the streets, that's not who you are. That's not Shakur. No, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to get that misunderstood. You know what I mean? I like Shakur as a fighter. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just need for him to live with what he is. The problem with him is he don't live with what he is as a fighter. And then he sits here and then, you know, talk all this tough talk and then get upset when people call you out on your stuff. It's like, bro, like, that's not who you are. Another thing about the whole people gonna watch my fight. People was walking out your fight when you had your fight in your hometown, in your home state. You know what I'm talking about? Newark, New Jersey, people's leaving. So you think people finna wake up and come watch you fight when they was leaving out of your own city? They was leaving. Everybody want to see Shakur. If that's what you think in your mind for yourself, hey, brother, power to you. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't mad at you. All I'm saying at the end of the day, realistically, a lot of people ain't watching that fight card to watch you fight. Okay? It's one thing to believe. I want to make this perfectly clear. It's one thing to believe in yourself, right? As a fighter, you're supposed to. You're supposed to think like, I'm the best fighter on this card. But that's not the question that the man asked you. The man asked you, how do you feel about fighting on this card? You know, with all these great fights, this is probably the best card, you know, in boxing history. That's, which is cap. It ain't the best card. I'm gonna make a video about that. But all I'm saying at the end of the day is like, look, he didn't ask you that. So your response should have been, it's an honor. You know what I mean? It's cool to fight, you know, on the fight card with all these other dudes. I'm just thankful to get this opportunity. Boom! I'm ready to go. That's it. All this, I'm the best, no disrespect, but I'm the best fighter on this card. Everybody gonna want to come see me fight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna come watch my fight. No, they're not. Truthfully, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. There are other fights that are better than yours. Your fight probably should have, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Your fight should have been the entry to the main card. I'm just being real with you. Your fights have not been exciting at all. And if you wasn't, I'm just being real. If your name wasn't Shakur Stevenson, you probably wouldn't even be on the main card. Just based off your fights alone, just off watching your fights, you probably wouldn't even be on the main card. You would probably be on that undercard that they show for free. I'm just being real. So all I'm saying at the end of the day is all this talking that you're doing, you better show up. You better show up. You better get in there and dominate Floyd Schofield. I think he gonna do that. But all I'm saying is you better do that. Because if you don't, if you look vulnerable, you get cracked, more criticism gonna come. And this just goes to show you how weak-minded he is. This is why I'm a pick Tank over Shakur. Because Tank play mind games with a lot of people. Tank got in Frank Martin's head. You know what I mean? Tank be playing, but he beat you outside the ring before you even get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do. A lot of people don't pay attention to that. They don't understand that. They just like, oh, you know, Tank beat you mentally before you even get in the ring. With his antics, with the stuff he doing. He did that with Rolly. You know what I'm saying? So now he got Rolly really trying to prove himself, pressing the game. He was impressing. But Tank's game plan that fight, I'm going to let him do his thing and I'm going to catch him. Ryan Garcia, he doing antics with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia doing stuff back. Ryan saying stuff back. But he got Ryan here. Pause. Ryan, all of a sudden then start, you know, rushing his work. And he got beep, caught. Bit back paperclip. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying at the end of the day is like when it comes to that fight, you know, I'm just talking about the in the ring stuff. I'm not talking about, you know, I'm talking about stuff that's dealing with boxing. I'm not talking about the out the ring stuff, you know, what Tank be doing outside the ring and on Twitter and all that. That's none of my business. Even with Shakur, that's none of my business. All I'm saying is, if it's related to them preparing for a fight, I'm going to talk about it. And one thing I know, 2 things for sure, Shakur Stevenson is showing signs of weakness right now. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.